You don't have to play with me, agree with me, or even like me, but you do have to respect me. What does this statement mean to you? On the Sofa with Ewen and Roughy.
All right, Ewen and Roughy, thank you very much for joining me on the sofa today. Obviously, your show is really interactive and, you know, it encourages people to get in touch with yourselves and voice their opinions, good or bad, I suppose. How important is it for you, Ewen, for listeners to have their opinion even if you don't agree with it?
I think it's vitally important. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's entitled to believe what they want to believe. You might not agree with it all the time. Most of the time I disagree with Alan Rough because I think he talks nonsense, but also respect his opinion. I respect his professionalism, I respect his background and his experience, but I don't always agree with him. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep, and you were saying you don't always agree with each other, and obviously you've got your differences with regards to football teams as well. Roughy, you must obviously respect Ewen as a person despite who he supports football-wise and despite some of his opinions he does in the show.
Yeah, I think it's important in life that it doesn't matter who you are, you have to show anybody respect, and as you just said there, you don't often agree with everybody, but you have to take what they're saying in and give them a fair shout and then have a debate about it, and that most of the time can be respect, but it also can be other things as well.
I mean, there is. I mean, to be honest, he talks rubbish most of the times, but I respect his opinion. It might be rubbish, it might be nonsense, it might not be something that I agree with, but you got to respect his stance on certain situations and certain talking points, and that's the point for callers in everyday life. You're always going to disagree, you're going to agree, but at the end of the day, I think you should always show respect. Yeah,
you're saying there, taking that back to sort of everyday life. You need to respect people. I know you're in this profession and people will come on with their difference of opinion, but in everyday life you're going to have difference of opinion.
Always. And I think that's what, for our show, from the football phoning point of view, that's why it works, because not everyone agrees. But I think at the end of the day, they might think I talk rubbish, they might not agree with me, but I'd like to think most respect me for the opinions I have, good or bad. I argue a lot about a lot of things, but I mean, I hate saying it in front of him, but the guy's been to 3 World Cups, the guy's been there and done it, he's got a wealth of experience, so no matter what I disagree with, I'll always have the utmost respect for him.
Okay, and finally, Ewen, on to your children. You've obviously got 2 young boys. You obviously want to protect your boys and you want to make sure that they get the respect that they deserve and they also give out the right respect. What advice do you give to them about being respectful to people and
treat others the way you want to be treated? I mean, that's the message that came through loud and clear when I was growing up as a kid, from my granny, from my mum, from aunties, uncles. Just treat people the way you want to be treated yourself, and then you'll get the respect.
And what about you, Roughy, just in life experience as well, about giving respect and gaining respect?
Yeah, well, obviously I'm a bit older than everybody else that's here, and the respect in your family is where it all stems from, and if you respect your mum and dad and you obviously listen to what they're doing, you will gain something in life later on, and that's a lot of failing in life just now. There's kids out there have no respect for their mum and dad and they don't have any discipline, and that's where their failing in life comes.
Bullying is never acceptable. Respecting someone is allowing them to be who they are regardless of whether they fit in with what you like. Visit www.respectme.org.uk for more information, help and advice.